The movie opens with a family praying desperately. Not the kind of prayer you say before meals, the kind you say when everything is falling apart. And as the story unfolds, you realize why a life has been lost. A child is responsible, and now the law is involved. This is Omije, meaning tears. And this is 2026 Yoruba drama. It's one of the heaviest story I have reviewed on this channel. Welcome back to Nolly Talks. Today we are breaking down a movie that is not easy to watch but is absolutely necessary. Let us get into Omije. Meet a family that loves each other and deeply. A mother, a father, their children. From the outside, they look like a normal close family. Prayers together, warmth, love, but from the very first scene, you can feel that something is terribly wrong. The prayers feel too desperate, the tears feel too heavy, and slowly the story begins to reveal why. Something happened in this family, something serious, and the consequences of that one moment are about to change every single one of their lives forever. We do not find out immediately what happened, and this is a smart storytelling choice because it keeps you watching. What we first see are the consequences. A child completely broken with guilt, a mother falling apart trying to hold everyone together, a father desperate for answers and logic in a question that has more. And then the truth lands. A life was lost, someone died, and the child at the center of this family is responsible. Whether it was intentional or a terrible accident, this is the question that will define everything that follows. Because now the law is involved, police, report, investigation, and suddenly this family's private pain is no longer private. The legal discussion in this movie are surprisingly clear and serious. There is talk about intent, about the difference between a guilty act and a guilty mind, about manslaughter, and the mother is fighting with everything she has. It was not planned, it was a mistake. My child did not mean for this to happen. But the law does not run on a mother's tears. It runs on facts, and the reality is absolutely devastating to watch. The most powerful part of Omije is watching the father torn between two things that should never have to compete: love for his child and accountability for what happened. Because sometimes loving someone means accepting that they must face consequences, and that internal conflict it carries. Through this movie is the kind of emotional weight that every few Nollywood drama handles honestly. The child breaks down completely, the regret is real, but as the movie reminds us, time does not move backward, and some choices cannot be undone. Through all of this, the family never stops praying, not because everything is okay, but because faith is all they have left, and there is something deeply human about that. When you have exhausted every options, when the law is closing in, when guilt is suffocating you, some people still look up. And Omije captures that honestly without making it feel preachy. Omije is not an easy watch. It will sit heavy on your chest long after it ends. But this is exactly what makes it important. It is a story about how one moment, one decision can unravel an entire family. The performances are raw, the emotion is genuine, and the message about accountability and consequences is delivered without sugarcoating. This gets a 7/10 from me. Watch it, but make sure you're ready for it. Today, today's debate question is a deep one. If your child made a terrible mistake that resulted in someone losing their life, would you want the law to take its full course, or would you do everything in your power to protect them? Because this is exactly the impossible position this family is in. Drop your honest answer in the comment section. I genuinely want to know where people stand on this. Subscribe for more honest Nollywood reviews, and I will see you in the next one.
Má gbé wá o torí mo dìídì sọ fún ọ lálẹ́ àná ni mo ní kí ní ata ìrẹsì tó ọmọdé tí mo ta sẹ́sẹ́ tó ọmọ fi rú dín téè fi mọ́gí sí mo ní mo fẹ́ jẹ.